Alright, man. We finna get some people in here, man. We finna get some people in here. Hold on, man. Let me get it right. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Can somebody can somebody let me know if that comment is pinned up there, and can somebody pin the number? Can somebody drop the phone number in the comments? 512-843-1334. Can somebody drop the phone number in the comments? 512-843-1334. That's MTV. What it do? This is my alter ego, man. Politician Plug, man. Y'all are now rocking with me on Plug After Dark, man. I need somebody to drop the phone number. There you go. There we go. We got the phone number dropped. The phone number is pinned. We finna get straight into it, man. Do you support the big, beautiful bill? Hold on. Why can't you see the whole phone number? Maybe they can click on it and see it. Do you support the big, beautiful bill, man? Do y'all support the big, beautiful bill, man? Do you think Trump should deport Elon? Those are the topics tonight. Should Trump deport Elon? And people are saying he cannot be deported. But if y'all listen to what Trump said, oh yeah, he definitely can be deported. He's a naturalized citizen. So I did a little research. It says, deportation isn't legally possible unless he's denaturalized by a court based on proving fraud in his naturalization. Now listen, let's go up here. Illegal work can technically make him deportable. Lying during naturalization could lead to naturalization. Government must show willful material misrepresentation to strip. Denaturalization is usually reserved for egregious cases like war crimes and terrorists, not decade-old visa technicalities. But listen, we know that we had Elon running all through Doge. He was running all through the White House. Y'all seen the reporter ask Trump the question, do you think Elon had drugs in the White House? What did he say? I don't know. I don't think so. I would hope not. Now, the very next day, what is he talking about? He's talking to, they asked him, would you deport Elon? He said, we'll look into it. We'll look into it. What did he say after we'll look into it? Let me play the clip. Let me pull up the clip for you guys. Let me pull up the clip. I want y'all to be very clear about what he said, man. Y'all double tap the screen on your way in. Y'all are now rocking with Politician Plug. Yeah, you say real funny? Yeah, I know it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to do something to get the crowd in here, man. It ain't all fun and games. Sometimes I get serious, you know, but for the night, this Politician Plug, you know what I'm saying? You now rocking with Politician Plug. Let me get the Trump, Elon, Deport. I'm gonna play the clip for y'all. Hold on, that's a longer clip. Press 1 if you can hear it.
Nothing, you know, he's upset that he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but, you know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is?
Listen, he said, I don't know. We'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. What is Doge looking for? Waste, fraud, and abuse, right? They just said if they find out Elon had committed fraud, anything like that, he could be denaturalized, right? So listen to what he said. There's only one way Elon can be deported is if he's denaturalized. Now, you listen to what he said. We'll look into it. We might send Doge on Elon. Now, what is Doge looking for? Waste, fraud, and abuse. Isn't fraud only one of the only ways he can get pushed up out of here, man? Or misrepresentation? You say, do I have ops? No, I ain't got no ops.
They might have to go back and eat Elon.
I ain't got no ops. Why am I not a real one, entrepreneur? Why am I not a real one? Call in. Call in. Nah, you should have left entrepreneur in there. You should have left entrepreneur in there. So listen, that's the topic. Elon said that he's gonna make the American party, man. Elon said that he's gonna make the American party. Thank you, Alexis, for loving to watch my live streams. Thank you, Alexis, man. Hi, what the fuck? What the fuck is for real? But let me get back into it, man. Let's get back into it. Cause it look like y'all not gonna call in tonight. Do it. Hold on. Let's see. Tuesday. Somebody called me early this morning. My browser might convent calls from ringing. Hold on. All right, we back. Yeah, nobody's called in yet. So the big beautiful bill, man. You said, who am I? Unplugged. This is my alter ego, politician plug. You know what I'm saying? This is my alter ego. Double tap the screen and shut a live out. Hold on, let me get into it. So the questions for tonight is, do you support the big beautiful bill? Are you willing to save Americans $1 trillion? Are you willing to take a $1 trillion worth of savings? Oh yeah, I am a little athletic. $1 trillion worth of savings to strip Medicaid from 10 million. What's going on, William? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from York, Pennsylvania, brother.
Okay, am I still muted, chat? Hold on, they saying I got no audio, man.
All right.
Can y'all hear me now? Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. They say we good. Okay. William, tell the chat where you calling from. Welcome in. Welcome to the channel, William.
All right. Thank you, brother. I'm calling from York, Pennsylvania.
Okay, now. We got a few topics tonight. Do you got a specific one you was calling in to talk about?
Well, actually, I got a question.
Go ahead.
I'm not a subscriber. I literally was on my lunch break, scrolling through YouTube while I was eating my lunch, and I seen your channel, and I'm interested about the big beautiful bill, but I don't know all that comes with it. I know.
Nobody knows all what comes with it, William. Don't feel bad. It's 900 pages. It's over 900 pages, man.
900 pages. Okay. Now, that leads to actually, I got a couple questions. Where could I look this up so I could read it for myself?
You could just type in Big Beautiful Bill. I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere. It's going back to the House. I do have some data points. What they are saying, a few things is gonna happen is on the good side of things, if depending on which way you lean. Is that they're gonna the borders in there. They're talking about rebuilding the border, making the border there. They're also talking about no tax on overtimes and tips. They're also talking about taking Medicaid from 10 million plus Americans. They're also talking about that would save 980 billion. It will also increase the national deficit about 3.3 trillion over the next 10 years, so around $330 billion a year. Those are just some of the key talking points.
Okay. Now I heard about no tax on tips and overtime. I'm with that, but damn, people that are sick and elderly, they depend on Medicare and Medicaid, and that's in the bill. They're trying to wipe it out.
Somebody's in the chat saying it says nothing about taking Medicaid. Yes, they did say they're going to be Medicaid cuts and they're going to restructure. Basically, you're going to have to work. If you're not working, you're not going to get Medicaid, and it's going to delay the process. Now, when it comes to the children will not lose the Medicaid, but they will have a more strenuous process. And you know that some of these children have life-threatening illnesses, you know, cancer, things of those sorts. The screening process might be longer. They might not get diagnosed as quick. They might not get their medicine as quick. And now we talk about the older crowd, you know, insulin, things of those sorts. So yes, Medicaid will be rolled back. It will be cut.
That is messed. I don't like that. I'm with, tax-free tips, overtime, because I work a gang of overtime. That could help me out a lot. But to get that and watch my family members that need Medicaid and Medicare, you know, just get shitted on. Excuse my language. Just get trampled on like that. I'm not with that. How you feel about that?
I understand that things. I do understand that the system was gonna collapse eventually. Medicaid has been a topic for the last, however many years that it's gonna run out. So something had to be done. But was this the correct way to do it? I mean, who's to say? That's why I'm calling to ask the people. I'm asking the people tonight.
Okay, okay. And what else I got? What else you been hearing about the bill?
Okay, let's see what it says. It says, yes, the big beautiful bill includes significant cuts to Medicaid. On Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, the Senate narrowly passed the bill by a 50 to 51 vote, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the deciding vote. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will cut more than $1 trillion from Medicaid over the next decade. These cuts will have far-reaching consequences, including potentially leaving Americans without health coverage and causing jobs. Now let's go to CNBC. CNBC got some shit up. Fox News got is breaking down President Trump's 940 bill. So that's the left's talking point. You know, I'm not left or right, man. I'm just here to have a conversation. The left is saying that they cutting out the spending. The right is in my chat right now saying that that's a damn lie. I'm looking at it right here from a few sources that said CBO estimates the bill will cut more than $1 trillion for Medicaid over the next decade. They're saying they're gonna cut funding to rural hospitals is one thing. That's a big issue. They said rural hospitals will have funding cut from them. So I don't know.
Because I live in a rural area.
Correct.
Damn, I didn't know that. I'm gonna let you go ahead because I know you got more callers, and I gotta get back to work. I'm gonna continue watching your live stream, and I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. Thank you for answering my questions.
All right now. Let's see.
Call from this imperfect TX Mama. To accept, press 1.
Big beautiful bill betrayal. Read the bill cuts. It's for yourself. I mean, I'm just looking here, man. I'm on the Guardian. I'm on the Atlantic. It's everywhere. They saying they finna cut this shit. Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
No, I know you can't, caller. I'm trying to see, can the chat hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. Okay, they can. Go ahead, caller. Where you calling from?
No, I was the one that was saying, like, I mean, it's still so up in the air, right? Like, it's like, it keeps going back and forth. You know, I mean, it's only past the Senate, and it still has to go through a whole nother step. But I think what kind of, I don't think it will pass personally, like, because of the fact that so much needs to be done on it. And I think that where they went wrong, and I'm registered Republican, but I feel like I'll go both ways. Whoever, to me, is making more sense and wanting the best for Americans, like, that's who I'm going for, regardless of what side that is. But, like, I think
So let me stop you right there. So you said you don't think it will pass, but as it stands now, if it passes, there will be cuts to Medicaid. Can we agree there or not? Are you still on the
yes,
fence
no,
with that?
100%, yes. Like I said, even in, like, the chat, I said, you know, it's like, it will be a harder process. But to me, I feel like it's already so hard to get Medicaid. So I really don't know what the change is going to be, quote unquote. Like, if they're saying that, you know, that for younger are capable of working.
Correct. Okay, so here are a few things. They're gonna cut included in this is gonna be cuts to funding, reimbursement. You know, they get reimbursed when these rural hospitals spend money, they get reimbursed by Medicaid. So that
Well, but also they have in that bill that I think they're going to get like a little less than $50 billion. It's 50 billion or 50 trillion, something like that, to basically, like, to those rural hospitals.
okay, I don't think it would be 50 trillion, and if it's 50
Yeah, I don't
billion,
think so either. I think
if it's 50 billion,
I
they
think-
probably ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Not over
I mean,
10 years.
You know, there's a lot of hospitals, and, you know, like they were saying, because with them cutting all this for illegals, which I didn't even know that. I thought with, I mean, I knew that they could get like food stamps, but like I didn't know that they were getting like Medicaid and all that stuff. I mean, granted, maybe just on, I mean, I'm in Houston, so obviously, you know, by your area code, you're in Austin area. But like, you know, it's like I really didn't start looking into all this until like most people like whenever Biden was president. You know, like that's whenever I really started getting into it, looking into all this stuff. But you know, it's like I do think that it is like, why should our tax money be paying for people who haven't contributed? You know,
Okay.
that's
So your plight is with the able citizens. Okay, so what about people who what about the people who can't lock down a job, or the people who do have a job but they're just getting by? You know, a lot of these places.
Yeah, no.
Hold on, like a lot of these.
I mean, I don't think that they should touch it. I don't think they should mess with anything with us Americans, because already I feel like Americans get so little. Like it seems like we always get this.
I just don't see how we spend more on healthcare. See, I call out both sides. You know what I'm saying? If you see me, I got on both the little hats up here, man. Both the little hats. But I don't see how we spend more than any other nation on healthcare, and then we have to
I
cut.
don't see how we haven't figured out, but yet so many other countries have figured out healthcare for everybody. Like that blows my mind.
Okay. Now, Top Cat is saying it was more than that. Let me know, Top Cat. Okay, so you saying they shouldn't touch the Medicaid unless it is for the able-bodied citizens, correct?
I mean, I think if people are getting it, because to me, it's already hard enough to get Medicaid, right? Like, I'm just going to be honest. I'm one of those persons that is trying to find a job. Like, I have skill set. I mean, I have a degree. It's like everything that they told us growing up that we needed to be successful Americans, I have.
Okay.
I can't get a job. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't get a job. You know, yes, granted, I will say that I was a stay-at-home mom for 8 years, so there is that gap. So I get that part. You know what I mean? Like, I know, obviously, somebody's going to look at my resume and be like, well, how come, where's she been at? You know, like, how come she hasn't worked? So I completely understand that, but it's like, when I tell you, like, it's like, fight for Medicaid. Had
Okay.
insurance for years.
All right, so let me ask you this before we get to the next caller. How do you feel about Trump's rhetoric towards deporting Elon? Even if he doesn't deport him, how do you feel about Elon creating the American Party? It's kind of a two-part question.
Elon has done a lot for this country, and he, to me, I mean, granted, I understand they're going through the rip. I think some of it is in like for theatrics, because it's kind of crazy, like how it's just like they were best friends. Like I almost feel like this was created, and I could be wrong. I'm just going off of kind of like my gut feeling, but it's like it's crazy how they were so close, and then Elon was getting attacked, and all of a sudden, then they're enemies. And I feel like that was almost planned. Does that make sense?
No, correct. So Trump is chalking it up to Elon being upset about the EV mandates.
I don't know if Elon cares enough, honestly. Like, I think as long as he's making money, I don't think he really cares enough.
Okay.
And that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the moment I felt like it was just like created to get the heat off of Elon and Tesla and the whole like burning his cars and his company and everything like that. Like, because you feel like I don't think Trump intended for Elon to get as much heat, and I don't think Elon knew that he was going to get that either. Like, and I don't think Elon's cut out for anything that has to do with politics. I don't think he's hard enough for it. I think he just needs to stick to what he's doing. But like, I think that it was created. So once I kind of like felt that in my gut, like I didn't really follow it honestly much. Like, I mean, I heard about him saying he's going to deport Elon, but I mean, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Okay. They asked, do my glasses light up? No, but if I kick my heels together, my shoes light up. You remember the LA Gear shoes?
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate you for calling in. What's your name, caller, from Texas again?
Lisa, not from Houston.
Okay, from Houston. All right, man. I hope you subscribe to the channel.
Talking to you.
You as well. We'll get you back up here another time.
Thank you.
Shout out to her. So she's saying that she's going through it as well. She's in between jobs trying to get Medicaid. She said it's hard for her as well, but She understands. She understands. And that's kind of that's a stance that I feel like a lot of people, a lot of millennials have. A lot of millennials are like, man, it's fucked up, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like something has to be done, but is this the right way to do it? You know? You said yes, I support it. It has more positives in it than most bills. Oh man. Okay. So let me just ask y'all this straight up. It's saving the $1 trillion over 10 years. Is that worth 12 million Americans losing health care? Is saving the $1 trillion worth 12 million Americans losing the health care? It's crazy, man. I got a missed call from somebody. Hold on, who is this? It's crazy, man. Also, you say $200 child tax credit. You said it needs to be added to the deficit. No, it adds to the deficit. Okay. You say over 10 years. No. Are the 12 million upstanding citizens who need help? I don't know, but they are Americans. They're Americans. I'm pretty sure out of the 12 million, a lot of them are upstanding. Hello, caller. You are now tuned in to Politician Plug, man. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Matthew. I'm from Indiana.
What's up, Matthew from Indiana, man? We got a few topics tonight. You can take off on any which one of them.
I just got a few questions. One question on the Medicaid stuff that you've been talking about and watching the stream. So my opinion on, I'm split sometimes on the Medicaid stuff, like the cutting the spending and stuff. My main thing is it's such an abused system. It's been an abused system since FDR, since the 30s and the early 40s. Or didn't really make the system for everybody. And I think some of your opinions on the stuff that you've been saying about like us able-bodied people, those people that can't really work, that are really disabled mentally or physically, I think they deserve the Medicaid and the stuff and the Medicare and stuff like that. I really do.
You think they should get rid of it?
I don't think they should get rid of it. No, I think
Okay.
they should make it more of an abused system for everybody. I think it's a good thing for the more disabled people. My father, who has it, can't work. He can't actually work. He has Medicaid and Medicare. I think like people like him, I think they've earned it, you know.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm looking it up, and it says 73 out of 195 countries worldwide had universal health care. So 78 countries got it. I'm not gonna say they got it right, but they got it, either free or universal health care,
And I think universal health care or free health care is a system that we can try to get to. I really do think that we can eventually get to that, because people that have retired should not have to go to court. My uncle, for example, had to fight and go to court because after he got disabled, he had to go to court and fight for his Medicare. Had to actually lawyer up and get it that way. Even if you don't want to do free healthcare or universal healthcare, we can. I just think fixing our Medicaid system should be a thing. If you want to cut spending, that's fine. Like the bill I've been listening to, what you've been saying about the bill, cutting spending for it is fine. Just not too much spending. I just think just cutting spending, we should find a way to fix the problem before we make a bigger problem. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's for both sides. I'm not saying left or right. It don't matter what side of the aisle you're on. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. Healthcare should be for everybody. And the senators and the House, they have the best healthcare. They have the free healthcare. So like, I bet you they don't pay a single dime when it even comes to healthcare for them. I just think that if it works for them, they should think about, well, will it work for everybody? If it's, you know, or how can we fix a broken system that was introduced by both parties and introduced by FDR over almost 100 years ago?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get the next caller in here. I appreciate you for calling in. I do have a few more questions, so I'm gonna get to them in a minute. I'm gonna get a few more callers up here on these topics, and then we'll switch the questions up. I appreciate you for calling in.
All right, man, you have a good stream.
All right, you as well. All right, man. He says he doesn't think we should touch healthcare. Can everybody double tap the screen? If you're watching on the cell phone, all you got to do is double tap the screen. You said your job offers insurance and healthcare, correct? But we see that unemployment is crazy. You know, I mean, there are jobs hiring, but a lot of these places that are saying they're hiring, it's ghost jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked at companies before where they posted ghost jobs, man. They posted jobs to keep the employees on the floor thinking that their job was in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it happen. So a lot of these places are posting ghost jobs. Another thing, a lot of these places that are hiring people on the spot, they don't offer benefits. Like, not every job offers benefits. Like, in Arkansas, they make it so hard for dental. It's like, it was crazy. It was crazy for dental in Arkansas if you didn't have a job at the time. We can't have free healthcare because we need to support the military industrial complex. Why? Because American imperialism at the best of capital. Hiring up big time, no taxes on overtime too. Hell, I pay $800 in insurance a month just for me. Damn, Carlos. Damn. Any reputable business offers. That's subjective. Sydney, you missed a couple callers. That's probably about it. Let me see. What's up, Joseph? You said Build Back Better didn't work? All right, man. All right, here goes some other things that they got in the big, beautiful bill. It says a proposed AI regulation ban, a hot button provision would ban states from regulating AI for 10 years, nullifying existing laws in places like California and Colorado. So how do y'all feel about that part of the big, beautiful bill? It says states will not be able to regulate AI for 10 years. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, what would it be? Because states would, because I've been in crypto, you know what I'm saying, for a while too. So I've seen, you know, like just regulation, slow growth, and slow what could go on. So if the states get in and start regulating AI, it could slow the growth. But at the same time, AI taking jobs is a big fucking topic right now. Like, should the states be go in there and regulate AI to keep some of the jobs if we're gonna bring back? Because we got to think, we supposed to be building back Detroit. We supposed to be building back the Midwest over there where they was making all the cars and shit. But if AI and robots is coming and they can't be regulated for 10 years, is that really gonna benefit Americans? Appreciate that subscription, Lauren. Is that really gonna benefit Americans? If AI cannot be regulated for 10 years, do y'all know what can happen? A lot can happen. AI, quantum computing, all of that area, that field is so fast moving. 10 years in AI is like, where AI is right now, 10 years is probably like 2000. 2000. Like, the shit AI can get done in 10 years will probably put us 2,000 years ahead. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. No regulation on AI is crazy. This is another thing. It says massive tax cuts and soaring deficit. The bill includes around $3.8 trillion in tax cuts, predominantly benefiting wealthy households, potentially raising the deficit by 2.4 to 2.8 trillion over a decade. Critics say it amounts to the largest upward wealth transfer in American history, earning nicknames like Reverse Robin Hood. They call it a Reverse Robin Hood. You say the bill. Carlos, call in, man. Ain't nobody want to call in no more. Everybody going back to work, no freeloaders. Where they gonna work at if they not gonna regulate AI? Hard rocker, where are they gonna go to work? I just told you this bill just banned the states from regulating AI for 10 years. Where the fuck is they finna go work? Y'all worried about AI taking jobs. Now, how many jobs will AI have took in 10 years? Did y'all just not see Jeff Bezos sent 10,000 people home? Did Jeff Bezos not just send 10,000 motherfuckers home? Y'all didn't see them folks getting walked out of Amazon? Do I gotta play the clip of the disgruntled workers? Man, they showed up at work and he lined them folks up, man. Get the hell out of my establishment. Mike talking about no one understands AI to even talk about it. I understand it enough to know that it's doing some shit. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. This how much I understand AI. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm gonna get to where it is. Creators, the artists are using AI to rap musics. AI's editing videos now. Videographers are out of the fucking loop. AI's making artwork right now. What else? AI and robots just got fucking 10,000 Amazon workers walked the fuck up out of here. I've ridden in a Waymo, the driverless taxi. What else? We can go on and keep going. We got the damn the driverless, they got the 18 wheelers that wheelers that don't even got a damn steering wheel in them no more. It's like flat at the front. It's just a damn little box like this, like it's a battery and a damn payload at the end. Man, what is we talking about? What's up, Carlos? Talk to him.
What up? Man, this bill's screwing over the little people. It's taxing the people that make under 30K a year. The tax breaks to the rich. I don't understand how this whole Medicaid thing is. Fuck the illegals. Illegals don't get Medicaid.
Who said illegals got Medicaid? You said that's one of the talking points?
Illegal immigrants don't get fucking Medicaid. that they so worried about illegal immigrants that they keep screwing themselves over.
Okay, you said maybe stop running over people with them big trucks. Now maybe they might, but I done seen people get. I rode in a Waymo before. I've seen people get stuck in the Waymo. So Carlos, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. How do you feel about the big beautiful bill as a whole? Do you see some good points in it, or do you just say scrap the whole shit?
They scrap the whole damn thing.
Say scrap it all. Fuck the border wall.
Well, hold on. Let me rephrase it. Because this is the advantage of the tax credit. It's not no taxes. It's a tax credit on the tips and the overtime. But it's still only up to 25 grand. You make over 25 grand, that shit goes away after that.
So if you make over 25 grand, the tax on overtime goes away?
Yeah.
Or if you make over 25 grand in overtime?
Overtime.
Okay.
And tip. Over 25 grand in tips, you no longer qualify for that credit.
Well, shit, that's extra 25K tax free a year. I mean, hey, man, could be worse.
Oh, it is. That's why I say it's somewhat good, but it's only on cash. It's only on credit card tips. It's not on cash tips.
No, okay. Mike says, so would you outlaw AI? No, I would not outlaw AI, but I would not ban regulation. That's the difference. I would not outlaw AI, but I definitely wouldn't ban regulation. There needs to be some sort of regulation on a state level and a federal level. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have regulation on the federal level, but it needs to be some state level regulation too.
AI?
Yes, there needs to be state level regulation on AI.
Okay,
Because
regulation.
before long, okay, let's say there's no state level regulation on AI and everybody just goes out, buys them, you know what I'm saying, a $20,000 Tesla bike that they can let charge overnight, you know what I'm saying, and it runs the restaurant. Cooks the food, they get 3 of them bitches. They spend $60K and they spend $5,000 a year on maintenance. Now they got 3 people that can work this small restaurant 24/7. Think if everybody does that. Think if entire cities do that. If with regulation, guess what? There would be some limits to it.
Well, Trump administration blatantly said the factory jobs that will be coming back can be done by AI and robots.
Correct, because they can. I'm telling y'all, man, Sam, they already, listen, artificial general intelligence is here. By the next election cycle, AI and robots will do everything better than humans. Everything. So he's damn sure right. They're not gonna need humans in anywhere working. That's why you need regulation.
That's why anybody that's trying to get in school, learn that AI. That's what I'm doing.
You saying not true. How is that not true? It's fucking capitalism. It makes sense. If I can spend $20,000 one time and have this person work for me, this robot work for me until it clocks the fuck out, I only have to spend about $5,000 a year on maintenance. So I'm spending let's say I spend $30,000 and I just got somebody, a robot to work for me 3 years straight. Not one fucking day off. Who's not gonna take that? We see how immoral people are. We see how much empathy you motherfuckers got. And you mean to tell me that you would rather pay your employee $30K for 1 year and have to pay insurance on them, health benefits, do all that, keep them happy, worry about them calling in, worry about them getting sick, or you could just pay $35,000 and you spent 20,000 on the robot, and you spend 5,000 a year on maintenance. You spent 35,000 and you got 3 years of work. No insurance, no scares, no call-ins, no call, no shows.
Yeah, we're heading that way. I give it 10 years.
The AI cannot do everything the human mind is capable of doing. I never said that, but the AI is capable of doing a lot of things that the human mind can do and doing it better. I didn't say it could do everything better. I might have said it can do everything better, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of things in the human mind that it can do better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the AI can't astral project or something. Maybe, maybe it can. Go ahead.
AI don't have emotions, but other than that, AI do that a human mind can do. Math quicker, it can do coding for computer quicker. There's not much that AI can't do better than a human, with less risk.
But do you think courts won't try to make AI do things it can't and just fail, move fast and break things right? Correct, but that's cool. That's cool because over the long term, over the long time, it's still gonna save money. Even if things break, even if things fuck up, they're gonna make that back on the not having to worry about the revolving door of employees coming in and out, not having to, give promotions, not having to, deal with arguments, not having to pay insurance, not having to worry about motherfuckers on the floor talking on their phone, not having to worry about passing health inspections. You know what I'm saying? It's just things like that. It just makes sense unless you're humanitarian. Unless you have some empathy. Right?
For sure. Like I said, I give it 10 years and then everything's going to be AI operated.
Correct. There's already AI creators. This AI is doing what I'm doing right now.
Well, like the number one female on Twitter or Instagram or one of them was AI creator.
I think that was for a time period. She wasn't like the number one overall, but she was going viral. I seen the girl you talking about. It's a couple of them. It's quite a few of them, actually. Okay, so how do you feel about the American Party, Carlos?
I think Trump is picking a fight with Elon that he is not going to win.
So you go ahead.
We've seen how powerful Elon's voice was in this election. Money talks. The thing Elon has is plenty of fucking money.
You said, well, I'm just like Don King? Yeah, hey, that's a compliment. Don King be putting that shit on from time to time. But this is my alter ego. Politician plug.
It could be bad for the Republican Party. If Elon turns on him.
Okay. It says rollback of clean energy in public lands. The bill significantly reduces or removes credits from the Inflation Reduction Act and paves the way for selling protected public lands in the West. Now, we remember when Trump was talking about the tariff war with Canada and talking about we got enough lumber. I mean, a lot of it is, maybe federal land, but we have a lot of it.
Didn't he just remove a bunch of animals from like an endangered species list?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he did a couple months ago.
This is what they say. Conservation groups call it the worst bill ever for our communities and the environment, citing threats to jobs and public health. So the conservation groups not fucking with it, man. Elon called the bill massive, outrageous, and pork-filled, especially to overcuts to EV tax credits that favor Tesla.
Elon big mad.
That's crazy, man. That shit
But
is
how
crazy.
much did he put into getting Trump elected? what, $120 million, some shit like that?
Probably. Oh man, that shit is crazy, Chad. This shit.
I want to see if he like actually gets Doge on him. 'Cause he was saying he would get Doge to look into his contract.
Say, oh yeah, that's what he said. But you know, if he gets Doge to look into his contracts and he finds fraud, that fraud could lead to him becoming denaturalized and lead it to him being deported.
Well, not only that, I think that'll make Trump look bad for bringing them in. I don't think he wants Doge looking into Elon.
Yeah, they trying to treat Elon like he Hunter Biden, man. You see they asked Trump, did he think Elon was getting high at the White House?
Yeah.
They treating Elon like Hunter Biden.
I think Elon had way too much access to be trying to poke the bear with him.
That shit is crazy, man.
I'm all for it, though. I'm here for it.
Okay, so how do you feel about Alligator Alcatraz?
Surprised. I mean, I'm from Florida. I think DeSantis is doing it to try to run again in 2028.
To try to run for governor?
For president. He can't run for governor again. He hit his max.
So you think he gonna run against J.D. Vance?
Yeah.
How do you think that turns out?
Trump backs DeSantis. He lets J.D. Vance hang himself.
Chat, how do y'all feel about that, man? How do y'all feel about that, man? Corey World, what's up, man? You woke up from your slumber. Good morning, Corey World. You can have a country with the open. You said, bro, my girlfriend broke up with me today. Focus on yourself, King. Focus, she for the streets. All right, Cardino. So you think?
One of them would run together, but I don't know who would take the vice president spot.
So you think Vance will run with DeSantis as his running mate? Carlos?
Yeah.
Okay. You think DeSantis? You think DeSantis? You think J.D. Vance will just stay at the president and DeSantis he'll pick DeSantis as his running mate? Who do you think the left can put up to beat a Vance DeSantis combo?
Difficult right now. I think Jeffries and Newsom.
They ain't gonna win. Jeffries and Newsom ain't gonna beat Vance and DeSantis.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think it'll be close. I don't know which one will win, but I think it'll be. They're the two outspoken for the Democratic Party right now. AOC ain't got a chance. President Crockett ain't got a chance. The only other outspoken is Jeffries or Cory Booker.
Yeah, those folks need Mark Cuban, man. They need Mark Cuban on that ticket, man.
He'd be good, but I don't think Mark Cuban wants it.
Yeah, man. Hey, Democrats, man, if y'all don't get Mark Cuban on that ticket, man, y'all might have just fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
He wants it, man. I don't think Mark Cuban will run.
Okay. No Mark Cuban running, man.
From the little bit that I know about his personal life, I don't see him trying to run.
You say also it's a uni party. Yeah, what about the American Party, man? Who you think Elon gonna back? You don't think he cares who he back? Just shit, whoever.
Elon's gonna back anybody that's against Trump. I mean that Trump backs.
Anybody that Trump does back?
Yeah.
So you think that this is a fake beef between Elon and Trump?
No. I'm saying I think Elon's gonna go against Trump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Trump backs, Elon's gonna back the other side. Democrat or Republican, I don't think he's gonna care.
All right, Chad, I'm tired of the alter ego. I'm finna take this shit off and chill with y'all. Y'all gotta give me a second. Straight up. Dang. Them glasses will hurt my damn eyes.
It'll be interesting to see the Democrats back Elon though.
I don't think it'll be hard. I don't think Elon give a fuck.
I mean, as far as the Democratic side.
I mean, Mark Cuban asked Elon to sit down with Kamala last time.
That's what I'm saying. Will they take his money or will they be like stand on principle?
Ask the question again.
Will they take his money or will they stand on principle?
Oh no, they're gonna take that. Oh, they're gonna take that money. Oh, they're gonna take that money for sure. It ain't no way around it. They're gonna take that money. Y'all want me to put the glasses back on? At least be a little festive. Y'all want me to put the glasses back on?
What do you think is gonna happen in the primaries? You think Republicans are gonna take it or you think it's gonna be in the midterms, I mean?
I don't know. I mean, Elon said that he's going against whoever, so that's gonna be a game changer with all that money influx and the Twitter presence, and he's probably gonna be out doing rallies and shit.
That's why I say, do you think he's too tainted for the Democrats or?
Hell no. I don't think the Democrats care. Man, if the Democrats want to win, man, Democrats want to win, man, they need to put Mark Cuban on that damn ticket, man. Get that pipe from Elon and shit, just ride it out. I know it sounds fucked up because Mark Cuban's a billionaire too, but it's like, hey, man, we here now. If the Democrats want to win, they must put up Mark Cuban. Straight up. There's no AOC, I'm sorry. Gavin Newsom, you're out of there. If the Democrats want to win, they will put up Mark Cuban. Straight up.
They're going to put up Hakeem Jeffries. Watch.
Man, they lost. They put up Hakeem Jeffries, they lost. Mark Cuban, he got a clean slate. He got a clean slate in politics. He having money. He knows how to go viral. He will get a lot of social media coverage, and he know how to run business. Maybe he don't know how to buy businesses because he does know how to buy businesses, of course. But he said Shark Tank didn't work out for him. But it is what it is, man. It's Mark Cuban. Y'all saying that's an L and shit. I'm telling y'all like this. Y'all are saying that's an L. I'm saying if the left wants to win. I'm not saying Mark Cuban's the best, greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's just gonna be the best the best commander-in-chief. I'm saying if the left wants to win. Who the fuck else they gonna put up to win? Who?
I'll put the guy from from Pennsylvania.
He lost against DeSantis and JD Vance. He lost. You saying the guy, you don't even know his fucking name. How is he gonna win?
Shapiro.
It's not gonna win. They're not beating DeSantis and DeSantis and JD Vance. They're not gonna win. Unless this shit just go, man, I'm telling y'all, man. The left gonna have to put somebody up there, man. Listen, Mark Cuban, their best bet.
Well, we gotta see the midterms.
Listen, man. Mark Cuban got a clean politics slate. You know, he ain't been involved. He don't know too much. It's kind of like when Trump came in. It's just gonna be the damn doppelganger, the opposite end. A more independent Trump.
Okay. I agree. I like Mark Cuban. I think he would be good for the party. I just don't think he wants it.
Gavin and Elon Elon can't be vice president. Elon
So who the hell would Mark have on the ticket?
Elon was born in South Africa. He can't be vice president.
So who would Mark Cuban put as vice president?
Shit, it don't. That can go either way. If Mark Cuban runs, I mean, shit, he could put up. Shit, he could run AOC as the VP. I mean, Trump did it with his first term. I had a seasoned politician with him.
I don't know about AOC.
I mean, shit, it ain't Gavin Newsom. It ain't gonna be Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom would get a lot of votes. Gavin Newsom would be good, but Gavin Newsom's not gonna be he's not gonna be the vice president to Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban already turned down being vice president to Kamala. Mark Cuban said he's not a good number two, so he already letting it be known, like, hey, if I run, I'm running for commander in chief. Gavin Newsom pretty much on the same shit too. But Gavin Newsom might be VP. You know what I'm saying? He's climbed his way up the political ladder, so he might be, you know. But I don't think AOC a trip though. I don't think that'd be like a power struggle. I mean, it really don't matter because it's about who wins. Straight up. It's about, if Cuban comes in, bro, Cuban will fuck around win those primaries, bro. If he gets out early and gets the independent vote, Cuban can win those primaries for the Democrats.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think Cuban will win. Cuban can get the independents. He can get the young crowd. I just don't see Cuban getting the older crowd.
But it don't matter if Cuban wins the Democratic nod. He basically just gets to interview people to see who he wants to run for VP. I don't think AOC will turn it down. Gavin Newsom fuck around and might.
And I don't think AOC is ready for vice president. Because that would hurt him.
Yeah, I just don't know, man.
I think Philadelphia Governor Ben Shapiro, is that his name? I think that's his name.
Yeah, unless somebody raises their celebrity over the next, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say celebrity, I'm gonna say online presence, man. Like, they gonna have to be a little more, like, see, AOC being vocal, she popping off, Gavin Newsom, you know, doing his shit talking and stuff, so they starting to understand it. But all that being diplomatic and just straight to the point, man, you got Trump on national TV talking about Iran don't know what the fuck they doing. You got JD Vance calling the Chinese peasants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the left gonna have to, you know what I mean, learn how to work the internet.
The left is behind on that. That's what's hurting them.
You said what?
The left is behind on the internet. Like they haven't like advantage of that yet.
No, they haven't. And it was like shit, they just kept making meme after meme. You know what I'm saying? It's like when during the election cycle, all the Trump memes were kind of like, okay, that's a meme, you know what I'm saying? Like more, you know, it was either corny as hell or it was like extra serious. But it was like Kamala was making herself a meme. Like saying that shit she washed them greens in the tub, like you can't make this shit up.
Man, I say fuck it. Plus the vice president 2028.
Man, I'm telling y'all, might as well. That shit is crazy. Like you can't make that shit up, man. Her being drunk, you know what I'm saying? Like and having the like you can't make that shit up, bro. The word salad clips. The word salad clips. Like you can't make that shit up, bro. Like, and it's like I understand people get nervous and nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm far from perfect, but the right knew how to go viral. The right knew how to, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew how to have fun on the internet and shit go viral. Free promo. That's why Trump's campaign finished with all that leftover money because they didn't have to buy the billboard. I never once, my whole time where I was at, bro, did I see one Trump billboard. Not once.
He got the whole Twitter from Elon. He had all Twitter from Elon.
Okay. They understood.
Twitter or Instagram, I don't even know which one it is.
It was Twitter, but two, they ran every social media. It wasn't a part of the internet the right didn't run that election cycle.
Man, we just need younger people, period. All these old motherfuckers on there. What the hell going on?
All right, let me take some comments, man. You said nice extensions, Milli Vanilli. Okay. I want president. Only Californians know how really bad Gavin Newsom is. Do y'all really think Gavin Newsom is bad like that? Oh, damn. My computer.
He's got to be doing something right. I mean...
You said what?
He's got to be doing something right. He got elected. He gets re-elected. He got re-elected.
Right, but he got re-elected. He got re-elected before. He got re-elected before the wildfires and shit, man.
Yeah, but the wildfires ain't on him. Yeah, those every like 5 years.
Right. They pushed him on him for that water, for the water. Trump showed campaign. Trump did like 3-4 rallies talking crazy about Gavin Newsom and how he didn't want to let that water come down.
Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous.
Hey, Chad, I forgot I had a drink over here.
Talking about get the water from the ocean.
Wasn't it something about the salt water, the reason they couldn't use it?
Yeah. So the salt in it would increase it or something like that.
That's a cherry limeade, Chad. Classic. Oh yeah, I gotta ship them bags out too, man. My bad, Chad. I thought the bags got shipped this week, but I got an email and realized that they didn't get shipped. So I'm gonna send some bags out. I got some more bags over here. got some Zybags right here. We're gonna do some giveaways on the Zybags. Somebody else calling. Oh, I had a missed call. Who?
I'll let you take that.
All right, Carlo.
Oh yeah, plug.
What?
You a bitch.
He called me a bitch. Fuck you, Carlos. You got this shit off of there. Get your punk ass on my phone. Who the hell called? You said, is that my phone number? Yeah. Yeah, look, I got the Zybags right here for sale. You know what I mean? For the giveaway. And they for sale. You know what I'm saying? I gave away a couple of them. I didn't send them out, but y'all want to do a giveaway? Y'all want to do a giveaway right now? I can give away like 2 or 3 of these. You said, why am I doing what? You said, hold on. You said, is that my phone number? Why are you doing that? Just a question. Doing what? Put my phone number. Oh, so people can call me. That was you that just called me? Call back. Call back. I'm bored. I'm trying to give away some Zybags. Yeah, I told him in the Discord, I said, man, my first couple shows, since I want people to call in, I gave my Discord permission to call me a bitch one time per show, because they know I don't play that shit. You see how Carlos waited to the end, because he wanted to have a good conversation. I should have knew someone. He was like, hey, yo, plug. Hey, yo, plug, because I just told him he can call me a bitch today, man. I'm like, you know what? Y'all call in today, y'all can call me a bitch, and I'm going to cuss you the fuck out. So, Carlos, since I got the floor and you can't respond, you really a bitch. Because I told you yesterday you can call in and call me a bitch, but you was too pussy. Today, you know what I'm saying, you mustered up some courage, man. You must be off a buzz ball. Nah, I know what you like, Carlos. You like them lemon drops. You like them lemon drops. You talking about bro look zesty as hell? Okay. Where your baby mama at, nigga? Where your baby mama at, nigga? Where your baby mama at? You say talk about how Trump loved Epstein. Why would they do that? Why would y'all call me and do that? What's going on, caller?
Oh, this is the guy from last night.
What's up, man? How you feeling about tonight's topics?
Oh, you know what? I haven't even looked into that bill. Honestly, educate me a little bit.
You say you haven't looked into the bill at all?
I really know. No, I haven't.
All right, man. Well, a couple of things on the bill is border security. They talking about finishing the wall. How do you feel about that? Should they finish the wall?
I think it's a waste of fucking money, dude. I personally could take down that wall in any section. I can, and Mexicans fucking amazing at working and what they do. Dude, I work with Mexicans all fucking day long. Opposed to the wall. I think it's a ridiculous idea.
So how the hell we gonna secure the border without a wall?
Oh, how do you figure we're gonna build a wall that long and they're not gonna be able to find a way to take down part of the wall?
I didn't say they wouldn't. I just said, how are we supposed to protect the border without a wall? I mean, I didn't say that they wasn't gonna get in.
Well, shit, man. You're in Texas,
Correct.
so you've heard of the Minutemen and shit, dude. I mean, taking big risks.
Listen, Jay says, hey, Uncle Ruckus, talk about how Trump loved Epstein Island. Trump loved Epstein Island. I don't give a fuck if he loved it or not. I'm like, damn, what, you want me to say it? They probably all do a little diddling, a little diddy bopping. You know what I'm saying? Look, damn, I ain't picking and choosing shit. Hell, if they was dapping each other up, what'd he say? Yeah, he likes him a little young. That what he said? Shit. Fuck wrong with you?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, another thing on the bill was...
Man, I think they're all corrupt, and I disagree with most things that the government does. And I feel like we, the people, need to govern ourselves.
Okay.
Better.
So here's another part of the big, beautiful bill. There's supposed to be no tax on overtime or tips up to $25,000.
That's a large tip, man. Who gets a tip that big?
Strippers.
Huh.
Or overtime. You got to think it's overtime too.
Yeah, I kind of work. I've always worked a little bit on a different plane.
Okay.
Financial.
Whoever said they want the next caller, y'all can call in too. I'm just chopping in with, what's your name again?
My name's JJ.
Yeah, okay. You said JJ or JD?
JJ.
Okay, JJ. Yeah, this JJ. And when you call in and say spam, that's how I knew it was you, but you know what I'm saying? But, all right, another part of the big, beautiful bill would be cuts to Medicaid. Cuts to Medicaid, cuts to the reimbursement for the rural area hospitals. So they said that the hospitals could face potential job loss or closure in rural areas.
That's more fucked up, isn't it?
Okay. Well, yeah, JJ, I'm going to holler at you next time, man. Let me get this next caller in right quick.
Hey, dude, let's not fight, though. You know, we're neutral. We can be neutral, and that's what would make us government.
Okay. All right, JJ.
I mean, we need to just stop fighting about them and become them. They need to be liquidated. This is my kind of idea.
All right, JJ. We finna get the next caller in, man. Who the hell called me? We finna call this one back. Let's see who this is, man. Y'all know I'm new to working this motherfucker. Hold on. Oh, I figured out. I can call you back now. What's going on, caller? Where you calling from?
Louisiana, brother.
Okay, what's going on, Louisiana?
Notice, man, it's hot.
Okay. So how you feel about these topics tonight, man? The big, beautiful bill, Trump talking about deporting Elon. We was also talking about the Carmelo Anthony situation as well, too. So you can touch on anything.
I feel great about it, man.
You feel great about the big, beautiful bill?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No complaints at all?
No complaints, man. Self support.
Say they should rebuild that wall.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll lower crime rates.
Lower crime rate. Okay. No tax on. I mean, no tax on tips. No tax on overtime.
Tax on tips, no tax overtime.
Okay. They said you a little low. Can you speak up? You hear calling?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, so what about the custom Medicaid? And he hung up. I said custom Medicaid. He got up out of there, didn't he? That was Louisiana. That caller was Louisiana. You say my dreads full of roaches? I just actually moisturized them. You know what I'm saying? I just actually put a little biotin and spearmint oil to add a little shine to my shit. You know what I'm saying? To add a little shine to my shit. You feel me? A little shine to my shit. Yo, baby mama, man. I want her to come play in my hair, nigga. What's your name? Baby mama, nigga. Don't delete your comment. James. Tea tree olive oil. I need to, man. I want to start using what's that shit that sir dude name? Y'all know the nigga with the bow ties. He be putting them bow ties on. I need to get on whatever the fuck he putting in his head. You said, hey, Uncle Ruckus, talk about, bro, I just said that. Man, Jay, listen, we ain't gonna kick nobody out tonight. I don't give a fuck. You cool, Jay. I'm just gonna ignore you. Everybody just ignore Jay. Let him run the comments. So he's just here. You know what I'm saying? He a little. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you from?
I'm going to Ghana. Using the coast before.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck they be having going, bro. Like, motherfuckers be bored as hell. Like, I heard them trolling on the little pre-screen calling, but it's like, at this time, bro, I don't even care. I'm accepting all calls, man. Trap is wide open. Like, call, talk to me, man. You say, what time is it where I'm at? It's 2:10 in the morning. Like, what's up with dude? Like, he telling me, no, leave me alone, nigga. I rebuke you, motherfucker. Start rebuking these motherfuckers out here, man. Damn. Rora, you say I'm so fine? Thank you, Rora. You say pepperoni? Hell no. You say one concern I have about the Medicaid cuts is that old ladies and low IQ individuals may get cut because they can't figure out how to upload the paperwork they need to prove they qualify. And even if they do get approved, it might. What's up, caller? Where you calling from?
The dark realm, you have been cursed.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with dude, bro? Listen, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people, bro. That's why I be just having to hang up on them, bro. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. You say we talking political advice from Boss Talk, man. Listen, I'm just plugged, bro. I'm just your average American, man. That's all I am. I'm just an American, man, trying to make it. You know, I go live over here, hang out. My chat told me they wanted me to come on cam a little more, so I set up a call-in line, and I just had on my politician plug outfit, you know, with the two little hats on, you know, the little star. Where my glasses at? I'll show you the glasses. Hold on, nigga. Damn, where my glasses go? Oh no, I threw them bitches off somewhere, but I had the little Star Spangled glasses on. Trying to bring some content, you know, some funds. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't gotta always be serious. Caller.
I
You see how I do that? See, I knew there was on some bullshit. That's all they finna do. I already had hang up because I heard your crazy ass man in the background talk about something. And you just as crazy as hell. Y'all motherfuckers ain't got nothing but time. Whatever y'all are smoking, keep smoking that shit, man. Smoke that shit till your eyes pop out, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Smoke that shit till your eyes pop out. What's going on, caller?
Hey.
Where you calling from?
I'm calling from up in Ohio, or right down there.
Okay. You go. Which one of these topics you want to talk about?
The bill, the big and beautiful.
Okay. How are you feeling about this big spending bill?
Not gonna lie, I'm a bit scared. I'm a young motherfucker, you know. I'm of the younger age, shouldn't be and shit like that. When reading up on this shit, you know, big politics topics, it scares me, especially when it comes to our money, you know, our financial shit.
Okay. So what scares you the most on the big spending bill? Is it the Medicaid or is it the border wall? Is it, which topic, kind of scares
Not
you?
gonna lie, the topic was brought up. You know, I was watching your stream. That's how I first saw it. You know, I saw it about a half hour ago. I was reading up on it. One of the main thing about our taxes is that we use it to help pay off other debts we have in the country. And if we were to completely just remove the taxes without any subsidies or anything, you know, without anything to help heal that wound, there's a good portion it's just going to drive us head deep into more debt.
No, that is correct. That is correct. So how do you feel about them saying that this is a reverse Robin Hood?
I don't know. It's crazy, man. I know it's great. Big man Musk, you know, his companies, most of them are deeply intertwined with our government. You know, he has a space program, you know, SpaceX and stuff like that. They're even considering on letting him take over a good portional part of the missile defense program. You know, because he's a big tech guy. Ooh, you know. Thing is a portion of what we think is big spending money for his rockets and stuff is only about like 1% of the U.S. dollar. Our programs for space funding really isn't as big as it seems to be when you put in the whole U.S. government's money into perspective.
Okay. So, what about the Trump and Elon deportation situation, man? How do you feel about just Trump and Elon going at it? Who do you think is gonna win?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. On one end, he says he's gonna start his own political party, you know, Musk. And on the other hand, I'm tired of Trump deporting people. I really am.
Why are you tired of the deportations? Let's go there. Let's start there.
Good portion of people that he's deporting, right? Some of them have been second generation, first generation U.S. citizens, you know, families with children in this country and stuff like that. It feels like you're removing more of our country by trying to cast all these people out. We were a country built on ideals, you know, our freedom. You know, the white man escaped from England. You know, the black man gained his freedom and rights. We were a melting pot of different cultures just for us to turn around and be like, no, we don't fuck with that. No. Fuck you. Get out. Right, man.
So you think that nobody should be deported? I'm asking.
I feel like nobody should be deported for an unjust reason. I feel like Trump has an unjust reason for deporting all these people. It doesn't feel like it's in my best interest, you know, the American citizen.
I thought it was to free up jobs and to make the city safer, the streets safer. And because it was breaking the law.
they are breaking a lot of laws. It's border hopping. It's a bad thing. I'm not in supporting of people who hop our borders and, you know, who attack our country. I'm just saying I'm not in support of the person who's removing all these people and people who are unrelated as a consequence. This isn't a solution. You know?
I mean, I'm hearing you, but I'm kind of not understanding because you said you're for deportation, but you're tired of it. So it's like the people that should be deported.
Yes, I'm like people who don't come over here legally, you know.
Who's been deported that didn't come over here illegally?
Well, he casts out a lot of the. Sorry, I have memory issues. Read up on all of these things. I've been reading how he's been casting out people who aren't first generation, people who did come over here legally and have children, and
Oh, birthright citizenship.
The politician he kicked over there. You remember that?
Okay, you saying where he's trying to end birthright citizenship. So I think that's different than just the deportation. So deportation and birthright citizenship are two different things, but they can be intertwined. So you have a problem with them together, or you have a problem with each one separately?
I bit of together, honestly. It just seems like there's no second thought. That it's just on impulse almost, you know? Like usually, you know, when we're deporting something and we have a system, you know, we have an investigation process. But as far as it seems, and as it seems, you know, I don't have the knowledge, I'm not behind the scenes. As far as it seems, it just looks like one glance, figuring out a little bit of their history and just kicking them out.
Correct, but I think when it comes to the deportation for me, and it comes to I feel like it's life. It happened. You know what I'm saying? Like in my lifetime, I made some consequences. Right, when I felt my back was against the wall. Right, and I made some choices, not consequences. I made some choices when I felt my back was against the wall, and for a long time, those choices worked out. And then one day they did it, and it was just kind of fucked up.
You get pressed so much against the wall, you keep on fighting back, and at some point it's done for. There is no more fight. You're pinned against that wall at that point.
So I feel like in this situation, to me, the best analogy I could give is I understand the strife. I haven't lived it, but I can try to mentally understand it. Trying to escape and get to a better life. And through that escape, you did something that was illegal. It worked out for a while, but now you know it's time. It's time to face the consequences. And these said consequences just so happen to be deportation. Is it fucked up? I mean, kinda. But is it life? Yeah, it's life. You have to adjust.
Get that, but how do you feel about the tough situations when you hear about some of these deportees, like where they came from and where they're going back to?
Yeah, like I said, I have a certain level of empathy. I'm not a non-empathetic person. I am not. I very much have empathy. That's why I understand people fighting for what they're fighting for. Am I gonna fight with them? No, that's not. You know what I'm gonna do. But I understand
it. Not your fight.
I can see a mother or father doing something, crossing the border to get their children a better life. And I can also see a son or daughter fighting to keep their parent that came here for their better life here. I can understand it, but I can also understand that other countries don't allow birthright citizenship. I can also understand that other countries don't allow open borders. Other countries gonna make you flash that passport as soon as you get there. Other countries, when you come over there illegally, it's not gonna be, oh, you can just stay here. You come over illegally, shit, try to sneak into North Korea, see what happens.
I feel that, and yeah, I get it. And it's also to another point is that if we keep on letting these good situations through, we're impartial, you know.
So Carlos says,
Who's helping their mother, but what's going to stop, you know, the next case where it's not that, where it's just guys trying to escape themselves. So I can see that.
Carlos says 32 countries, I think, allow birthright citizenship. Here, let me look it up. How many countries allow birthright citizenship? But out of 100, it says it's 195 countries. If 32 of them allow birthright citizenship, that's still a minority. How many countries?
But America has a good reason for birthright citizenship. Our country is built off of first-generation Americans. Not just, you know, first generation, the one people, but first generation after generation after generation. And you know, third generation's into the country already, and they have new people flowing in, they're still shaping it.
33 countries. All right now, man, I appreciate you for calling in. I got another caller calling. Let me get this next caller in here.
All right, it was nice talking to you.
You too. Be sure to subscribe to the channel.
Call from
That shit was built by slaves, man. You talking about some
press
settlers.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller,
Yo,
what's going on now? Where you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling from, y'all say Riverside County, California, and my name is Top Cat.
What it do? What it do?
Hey, what's going down, man? I just had to hop on here once, man, and support and get my little fly ass opinions, man. What's going down?
Man, nah, shit. We just kicking shit right now. Unknown caller, you gonna have to wait. I got my boy Top Cat up here. We finna kick shit for a minute, man. How you feel about the deportation, man, of Trump? I mean, not of Trump, but the deportation of Elon. Trump and Elon talking about deporting them. They asked Trump, will he deport Elon? He said, man, we'll look into it. I think I might send Doge after him. And you know, what does Doge look for? Waste, fraud, and abuse. What is the only way Elon can be deported? He has to be denaturalized. How can he be denaturalized? They have to find some fraud.
They have to find a criminal event against him to take away his liberty. That's exactly what they got to do. So on his point, looking at it like somebody making this money in the United States already and pressing us to a point where we rolling up and down the street with these cars, batteries blowing up and stuff when this first started. Why they ain't looked into him already anyway? That seems kind of damn late for somebody to be a billionaire coming over here making these Lex Luthor moves. You know what I'm saying? He's like Lex Luthor. He got money to make himself all these different things and pass every space technology in all these nations, and he gets to come here already, and you guys aren't checking him. The DOJ should have been, the DOG should have been checked him. They should have been in all his paperwork. They should know exactly what's going on with him. You know, so that I feel like that's late anyway. That was a privilege he was getting anyway. You know what I mean? Because you should have been into anybody that has that amount of money that's coming over here, moving, changing things in these economies and pushing everything around over here. He over here pushing around Silicon Valley. They should have been all the way in his paperwork already, Club.
But you know, I don't know if, since he didn't actually have a confirmation hearing, you know, once you go through some shit like a confirmation hearing, they go through all your financials. Now, I don't know if Elon said he was forthcoming with his financials or not, but I know he didn't have to go through that Senate confirmation hearing because his position at Doge was outside of the government. It was just as an advisor.
Exactly. But I'm saying before he even became a point of being an advisor, being that he was a national before he got naturalized over here, and he's spinning and moving the stock market like that, he should have been somebody that was being checked in the first place.
But you got to understand too that when Elon, what was that, 2002, right? When he became naturalized, that's around what, PayPal's time? Like Elon was challenging the banking system at this time. There was incentive to naturalize him.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I feel like he should have been vetted. Excuse me. I feel like he should have been vetted on a total different aspect. When you have somebody that's moving over here and they're going to become naturalized, protected, and under all our laws, they should be vetted completely before. So that's what I was talking about even out here. So y'all remember all the drought and stuff that went on out here in California and on the West Coast, Arizona, and all these different places, even Nevada. Okay, Salt and Sea down here, they were planning on making a big old lithium farm out of it. because it had been dry and desolate for so many years, and all the toxins that was there, it was going to make a dust bowl that was toxic that would move up the whole state of California and poison half of California. So they were putting these billions into it. They're ready to put millions and billions into it to stop this from happening. So all of a sudden they came up with this plan at the same time Elon Musk came out here and was pushing his stuff to make this big, humongous lithium farm down there. All right, but these rains that came I think it's about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, that came back and flooded everything, you know what I'm saying, actually got in the way of that. Everybody thinks that Elon just left for one reason. No, Elon left because his biggest money pot in California left. So now he's gone back to Texas and took all his starships out of Orange County and everything. Their last little deployments was like, I think, last month, and now they're gone. See, this stuff is a lot bigger than what people are looking at when it comes to how the impact was. So he went with Trump because it made sense right then to go with Trump. Else he'd have been sitting over here still sucking on Gavin Newsom's toes if it was about the money. But he's seen the money change, then he changed with Trump. Me being out here in this state, I can see it. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think Elon will support Gavin Newsom in a presidential bid?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I think he will. Yep. Now, definitely now. Before, it didn't fit his bill, but now that he has this little fake ass beef with Trump, yeah, he'll support him just to push the other situation, even if it's to a point of making Gavin lose if he put him in the forefront.
Yeah, I think Gavin. I don't think Gavin will win, man. I don't think Gavin beats Vance and DeSantis, man. I think.
I don't know. I don't know if he could beat him. I just plug on 100% from being out here in Cali and watching how things move. You know, from Arnold Schwarzenegger to all these different people, I see how the moxie and he has Gavin has a real gangster moxie about him with that little slick hair turned back, that Pat Riley type movement. That when you think that they're not doing something, they're doing it. So we already got to recognize that he is moving the third biggest economy in the world. So it's not to a point where you can say that he doesn't know how to handle the amount and the disposition of things when it comes to the United States. So you can't say that he can't handle or govern a situation because he's governing one of the third biggest economy in the world. So on a different point, are out of the people that can actually handle the situation and are put in front of the situation, he's one of the front runners where you could say experience is a big part of the game, and he has it. He knows what he's doing. He's dealing with the ports. He's dealing with the ending. He's dealing with fires. He's dealing with everything to a point where if there's a national situation, you know that you can expect that Gavin Newsom would know some percentage of himself how to do it or what it takes to handle certain situations. That's why I feel like as an American, you still have to look at him and say, out of the people that's doing things, even him and Trump, before his first term, could he say that he even knows or has dealt with the political situations and the physical situations of America the way that Gavin has? He has to deal with the LGBT. He has to deal with all these different things, not just on the scale of a regular state, but on the massive scale of a state that could be its own nation.
So okay, let's say Gavin does get the Democratic nod. Do you think he rolls back all the shit Trump did? Do you think he brings back multiple genders?
Not at all. There's some things that Trump is doing that's showing everybody that, okay, these things can happen. We can move in these ways and not get the reflection back that we thought the United States would throw back. Everybody's looking back on the days where people used to, really stand up for certain things. Now people stand on their phones. It's a bunch of, internet warriors. But when it comes to the people that's going to go fill out the forms, that's going to live life a different way, right now, think about all the stuff we talking about. And when do we talk about a boycott of anything? Almost unnatural now. Like, oh man, don't use that toilet paper, man.
Oh no, hell no! They was just boycotting Target the other day.
Yeah, and I just came from Target today.
Yeah, I went in that bitch too not too long ago.
Yeah, I just went there 2 days. I just came back from Target 2 days, and I don't shop at Target. Period. This is the first time I've been there in like 20 years. I didn't even know they had groceries in that mug. But I was like, wow, you know what I mean? But on another point,
what's up, man?
I'm old school. The Kmart. I don't go to Target. K. Marx is going, but it's to a point where I'm looking at things. That's what I'm saying. You can say boycott it, and you might see one state or certain places that do it, but things are so universal now that exactly what you were saying before. If you don't have to push through the internet, if you don't know how to move the public, if you don't even know how to get people's eyes, if you ain't got a shock value with your mouth, if you don't know how to speak, the people aren't listening to you because you're just spitting facts. They're listening to you because they want to be entertained half the time. So a president saying fuck, big deal in the eyes of the world. And I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't a fan of none of them. You know, I don't roll with either side or none of that stuff. But the point of him just even being blunt to a point where everybody can understand it, like, okay, it ain't just about them understanding. When he said that word, everybody in the whole United States understood what the hell he was talking about. And you got to give a person props for knowing how to handle the community and knowing how to read their people that well.
Well, all right, chat, man. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Top Cat, we'll probably jump in the Discord, man. Summertime, man. My son ready to go to sleep, so I'm finna put him down, y'all. I'll be back in the morning. Y'all know the Diddy verdict will be in the morning. We're gonna come back, do a live about the damn Diddy verdict, and then we'll bring some more topics back. We'll have Politician Plug back in the building tomorrow evening. And I want to thank y'all for rocking with me, man.
100. I'm out, baby.
All right. Good night, chat.